Welcome to PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. We are joined by Patrick Mullen, who's live at Celtic Park in the aftermath of Celtic being paired with Bayern Munich in the Champions League playoff draw this morning. So, Patrick, your reaction to that one?
Yeah, good afternoon, Ali. Yeah, it'll be Bayern Munich that Celtic face in the playoff round of the Champions League. What a great test that'll be for Brendan Rodgers' side. It's a Bayern Munich side who domestically they're high-flying, 6 points clear of the Bundesliga, but in Europe it hasn't been quite their own way. 3 defeats in the group stages coming against Aston Villa, Barcelona, and in game week 7 that 3-0 defeat against Feyenoord. They finished in 12th place in the group stages, meaning they're now in this playoff tie and have to take on Celtic. What a great game that could be. And you have to say, for Brendan Rodgers' side, they could have had Real Madrid and they could have had Bayern Munich. I think they're quite happy with Bayern Munich compared to the current holders in Real Madrid.
Of course, that first leg, we already knew it, but first leg will be played at Celtic Park on either the 11th or the 12th, and then the away in the Allianz in the second leg. Now, the big news this morning is that Celtic too have faced a charge in the aftermath of that game down at Villa Park on Wednesday night after a pyrotechnic was thrown onto the pitch as the Celtic Sports celebrated Adam Ida's goal. That may mean the fact that they were on a suspended sentence. It may mean that there is no access for away fans for that second leg tie. Just how big a blow do you think that would be? And we would have to stress that it's not set in stone yet that Celtic will make an appeal to UEFA. They will ask for accommodation of tickets. They will seek some kind of dispensation. But as it stands at the minute, it may well be that they face a lockout in that second leg.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Ali, it isn't confirmed as of yet, but UEFA, they were really clear. They said any more breaches of conduct by Celtic fans in European competitions over the next 2 years, that would result in a potential ban of away ticket sales. That now charge has come, and that could be a huge blow for Celtic. Obviously, the first leg here at home, Celtic, they'll be wanting to get behind their team, make a bit of atmosphere, and potentially pull off a victory. You look at the last 4 results against Bayern Munich in the Champions League era, they're yet to take a victory. So if they could get any sort of result here at Celtic Park, they'll be looking to go over to the Allianz Arena and hold on to get in to the last 16, but no away fans. Well, that could be huge in a ground like that, but hopefully for the sake of Celtic fans and the club here, they'll be hoping that the UEFA aren't as strict in that rule and allow some, it may be even a reduced amount, but some away fans at the Allianz Arena.
That first leg, it will be so crucial for Celtic to potentially take something to defend over to Germany. It remains a big ask against a fairly formidable outfit. Of course, Bayern Munich's pedigree and European pedigree not in question at all. But do you fancy Celtic Park being able to contribute to another big, hefty European night under the lights?
I mean, we've seen so many special occasions here at Celtic Park, and the Bayern Munich manager, Vincent Kompany, he's well aware of it. He spoke to the media ahead of the draw, saying Celtic would be a special away game. Both Manchester City, who Bayern Munich could have got in the draw, and Celtic go into the playoffs with a good feeling. We need to build up the energy, and we will be up for these games. Celtic Park, we all know it, out on a European night, has a special atmosphere. These fans get right behind their players, and we've already seen a promising performance by Celtic against another German team. That victory against RB Leipzig here at Celtic Park just a few months ago, these fans got right behind these players and they went on to pull off an incredible result. Can they do it against the Bundesliga leaders, Bayern Munich? Well, it's a whole different challenge, but you have to think these Celtic fans, they will be semi-confident given Bayern Munich's form so far in the Champions League.
It's interesting you should say that Leipzig game was probably arguably Celtic's maybe best European performance across the last 20 years or so, but against German opposition it's been a mixed bag this season when you consider what happened against Dortmund at the start of this European campaign. What do you think Celtic have got to do, and do you think they've got any kind of chance at all against Munich?
I mean, normally you would say no, you'd say Bayern Munich given their quality. Just got to list off a few of the names here. Harry Kane, the England captain, Thomas Muller, Leroy Sané, and even Manuel Neuer in the goal. There's so many quality players in this Bayern Munich team. You'd usually say not a chance. However, this season, something a little bit different. It's Vincent Kompany's very first season as manager, and it hasn't quite gone to plan. They're already out of the DFB Cup. That's their huge competition, league competition over in Germany. And the Champions League now is where their attention will have to go. Of course, they'll want to win the Bundesliga, but they haven't won this competition since 2020, and now they'll have to get through Celtic to get away. I think that away test is where the challenge will come. The Allianz Arena is such a special stadium, and if Celtic can maybe hold on to something here at home, they'll go over there with a bit of confidence, but anything less than a defeat here at Celtic Park, and you have to say it's going to be a really tricky challenge for them over in Germany.
Vincent Kompany, I think, first met Celtic as a 17-year-old when he was at Anderlecht. I think he came up against Celtic on a European night. He'll be no stranger to Celtic or Celtic to Bayern Munich, but also to the window closes on Monday. Do you anticipate or do you think that Celtic need to add before they go into this second half of the campaign?
Well, you have to speak to a few Celtic fans. There's a few kicking around here, and one of them, as I was just walking to my position, said he feels Celtic are in a weaker place now than they were at the start of the window. Kyogo has obviously gone, and now only just one recognised left-back in position. The window is still about to close tonight, and they have until the 6th of February to update that squad. Obviously, Jota, that him returning to the club was the big news this week. He could be in position against Bayern Munich to face off in the Champions League. I think Celtic will be looking for another striker. Brendan Rodgers himself said he would like to replace them, but as the window draws to a close, I'm not sure how much business we have time for here at Celtic Park.
Yeah, I think we've got until 11 o'clock on Monday before the window is formally closed. So there's a wee bit of time. They might do some business over the course of the weekend, but an intriguing couple of weeks that lie ahead as Celtic look to make their mark in European competition. But just before you go, Patrick, do you think this is Celtic's ceiling, and do you think this was a realistic objective in terms of European competition this season to get to this stage?
I think if you ask the fans, they'll say no. They want to see this Celtic team competing against the likes of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and trying to go one further. Celtic, I think you have to be realistic. This was the aim. Let's get out of this new format that has suited Celtic. They got a very generous draw, you have to say. They did exceptionally well to make it out. And now, if they maybe could have got a generous draw, just you think about it, they were just one place away from the likes of AC Milan and PSV. Not much easier in the Champions League. There's never really any easy games. They'll be hoping maybe to go one step further, but I think you have to say for the board here at Celtic, this was their target, make it out of the group stage, and Brendan Rodgers and his team have done that.
Brilliant, that's great. Thank you so much from Patrick Mullen there at Celtic Park, and much to look forward to as Celtic to prepare for a mouth-watering tie against Bayern Munich next month.